Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My first guest is a friend of the show. This guy is a legendary comedian. He's on a classic show, at least one classic show. He's in the process of making another classic show. Mm-hmm. Curb Your Enthusiasm is a classic show, and Jeff was not only on it, he was a producer, and now he's on another show, The Goldbergs.
And Curb may come back for more.
Is that true?
Yeah, May. You know, I talked
It's
to Larry
all up to
today.
Larry, David's,
Yeah. But we never talk about it until he says, "Hey, you want to do more?" But he's busy with something else right now.
How does that happen? You know, I had Susie Espin in here.
Yeah.
She were here last. And she's you and her are like my favorite couple in the history of television.
Oh, that's very nice.
That
my
is
friend.
great. Now, how does that work with her? How'd you find her? Did you know her before?
Yeah, Larry and I both knew her. She was, a comic. And,
Yeah.
And Larry said to me, "Hey, would it be okay if, what do you think about Susie playing your wife?" And I said, "Let's go."
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Those scenes where she's yelling. And he looks so scared of her.
I think he might be a little scared of her, actually.
No, that's a great
Yeah.
when he's scared to death, like literally like he's looking at like a Tyrannosaurus Rex or
Right,
something.
yeah.
Well, so that's great. That's good news.
Yeah.
He just decides, maybe I'll just do some more episodes.
Yeah, yeah, but who knows? But until then, I'm busy.
You're in doing the Goldberg.
Yeah, I'm doing the Goldberg.
Is that fun?
Great fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hard
mean-
work, great fun. It's fun being on a network show that doesn't suck.
Yeah.
That's generally the case. You know?
Well, that's
I
the
would
thing.
imagine.
You probably had a lot of scripts. Once Curb Your Enthusiasm goes, it slows down a little bit, get a lot of offers, and trudging through that can be very depressing, right?
I
Sitcoms.
didn't even read them.
Oh, they're awful. They're awful.
My agent insisted I read this one, so I did.
I've had deals. They send you sitcom scripts, and I'm telling you, it's the one type of reading that makes you dumber.
It's
reading
it's
sitcoms.
terrible. But what's fascinating, though, is they make a lot of those.
Oh, they
and they
do.
make the worst of the stack that they send you are the ones they're going to make.
So you did the right thing. You took your time and found the right
I wasn't
project.
it wasn't even taking my time. I had no interest.
So
I was
someone
still
sent it to
doing
you.
Curb. I was still doing Curb, and my agent said they're interested in you for this. So, and I was actually writing a show for Netflix
Right.
that I was going to do at the same time as Curb when I got this script, and I'm like, wow, I can't say no to this. This is amazing.
Now, you're on a show that's good where you don't even have to say the whole title. Like, you just say
Right.
Curb.
Well, it's just so much easier than Curb.
No,
Your
it is a lot
Enthusiasm.
easier, but I feel you have time to say the whole title.
Yeah.
You can say the whole...
You're not rushing me.
We were just talking Cubs. You're a big Cub fan.
Yes, big Cub fan. Cares more about the Cubs than anything else.
And you think Theo Epstein is worth $20 million a year?
I don't know about what he's worth or not, but I think he's excellent. And
You
I'm
like
happy.
the new Cub logo? Did you see the new Cub mascot?
It's not a logo; it's just a mascot.
The mascot, do you like that?
Yeah, because
Do you think that puts fear into the hearts of the competitors?
is there a mascot anywhere that puts fear?
I think the Philly Fanatic was really sort of disturbing.
Yeah.
Disturbing, yes. But
I mean, he would molest kids, the Philly Fanatic.
But the premise of a mascot is like, so a 7-year-old kid goes, "Hey," and
Is that it?
it's a friendly cub with
That's
his hat
true.
on
It's
backwards.
for kids. It's for kids.
And if you look at it for kids, it's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love that adults take time to criticize it. A mascot. They haven't won in 100 zillion years,
Yeah.
and people are worried about the mascot.
Well, you got to look at that. Well, Dan Filato is as big a Cub fan as they come, and he hates the mascot. He's the one who brought it to my attention.
Well, Dan's got too much time on his hand, and I think you need to work his ass harder.
Dan, what is the problem with the mascot?
It's just not a good look.
You think
He's not a good look at this. I'm not into the mascot.
Did you see the one from like 1904?
Yeah, it looked like a
It was
rat.
like a
No, it
squirrel
looked like a
beast.
squirrel.
That's the one that we
Rat
should have
squirrel.
I don't know.
had. Put scare into the other team.
Well,
This
you know
is
what?
scary.
Ironically, you know what? It looked like a goat. Ironically enough,
Yeah,
it did. It looked like
I
a
know.
goat.
Like a capybara.
How long do you think before the Cubs are any good? Because they've been.
In all sincerity, 2 years, if they're going to be good.
Yeah.
Because, everyone might say a little bit more. No, 2 years. They have a lot of potential, and that's the
Right.
key word, with some young bats. They don't have any pitching.
Now you live a Hollywood lifestyle.
I get laid constantly.
Right.
I have my own series of lotion shops around
Yeah.
Los Angeles, and I'm the inventor of the pumpkin.
You
so
live-
yes,
Forget Goldberg. You live like Mark Wahlberg. That's the bird you're more like.
Yes.
And it's tough to get you out of L.A. Like you're a creature of comfort there.
well, I used to live here, and I used to live I'm from Chicago.
Right.
But
Well, you have to leave Chicago
I
eventually.
love Los Angeles.
Okay.
I love Los Angeles.
Is there anything bigger? if there was a Game 6, a deciding game of the World Series at Wrigley Field.
Yes.
You're in the stadium for that, right?
Unequivocally, yes.
There's no way you can. I always
It's
ask
just
Dan,
it's not possible.
what would happen in Chicago if they won the World Series and clinched it at Wrigley? What would happen to the city of Chicago? I think I would even go to that. I would want to see what would happen.
Well, the thing is, I don't know what would happen because it's just what you're saying to me is, what if there were rainbows every day, all day?
That's how foreign it is to you that the Cubs could win.
I literally, if they won, I would be sitting in Wrigley Field weeping.
Right. It would make
And
you
I
cry.
wouldn't be able to move.
It would make you cry.
And I think that most Cub, most Cub fans sitting there
Would say the same
would
thing.
say the same thing. They'd just be there weeping. I don't know. I don't know that jumping up and down quite does it.
No, it's not enough. It's almost
just
too cliche.
It's too. It's just. I don't think I'd be able to move. I'd be like, "Are you kidding me?
See,
Are
now
you kidding me?"
The people that I saw throwing beverages, beer at Steve, at Bartman.
Yeah.
Do you think those people are capable of a sentimental moment like that? Like there was a lot of
No.
there was a lot of bitter, angry, scary people who wanted to kill him.
No. And there's a word for that, and that's douchebag. And that's what they
And
were.
every team has douchebags.
Every city, every team.
Right.
But you know when you see who the real Cub fans are? When the Cubs are playing the Padres. I've been there in this situation, and I'm giving an exact example.
That's a fun afternoon. In June.
Hold on. In June, 14th inning. Who you see in the stands, if there aren't any Cub fans in the stands that they've left, it's because they had to go home to their families,
You're
whatever.
right.
But you see, and the stadium, it's about 2/3 filled.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's drunks who love Wrigley Field, who say they love the Cubs. No.
They just like the idea of Wrigley
They like
Field.
the whole idea.
And Wrigley Field-
Am I right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yes. So,
And Dan's been to more Cub games than anybody because you worked for WGN, right?
yeah.
Did you ever sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this past season I wore it with a wrestling mask on. I sang it with a wrestling mask on.
What mask?
I guarantee you can find it somewhere very easy. It was actually up there. It was a giveaway that the Cubs are going to do a Mexican wrestling mask. Of like a Cubs Mexican wrestling. So I chose to wear it. I said, it was sitting there, and I go,
Great.
can I? One of the announcers said, "You're not going to wear that, are you?" And I said, "I am now." And I just put it on. I did the whole thing with it.
How
on.
many times have you been there?
Singing? the
Singing,
thing?
yeah.
Half a dozen, 7, 8.
So you've done it that many times?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, did you know Harry Caray personally? Did you ever?
I have met him. I met him. The first time I met him. He didn't know that we met about a minute and a half earlier.
Hi, who's this?
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
He introduced himself to me twice.
Howdy.
Hi, it's good to meet you.
I understand you're on the Goldberg. Yeah, that's a hell of a program.
Goldberg spelled backwards is grandma.
One time when I was on Mad TV, Fox got me in the booth with him, and it was him and the guy Steve Stone. And Ryan Sandberg has a 15-minute at bat. He goes to a full count. He's fouling off stuff, and he's sitting this far away from the mic, not saying a word. Steve Stone's doing all the work, all the work. The last pitch before Sandberg's about to hit it after 15 minutes. And you want to see what happens because he finally hits one fair. As he's hitting it, Stone is about to say what happens. And Caray interrupts him and just goes, "Rattle!" That's all he said. And Stone had a stumble, and he doubled to right center, and all he goes, "Rattle!"
Yeah.
I mean, it's a unique place. That really happened. It's a unique place. I go every time I'm in Chicago.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. I haven't been to the new Yankee stadium
Horrible. Horrible.
Is it
horrible.
better than City Field?
So, and I'm telling you, I'm a diehard Yankee fan.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you this, Jeff, it's so depressing.
Oh, that
It's
would make
the
me so sad.
It's the antithesis of Wrigley Field. And everything it stands for, there's like a Crate and Barrel in it. There's
No,
like
there's
tanning
not.
salon. There's a Hard Rock.
There's really a tanning salon?
No, I'm just making that up. But
But
I'm
it
just
still
saying,
has that vibe. It
It's
has that
got that vibe of frou-frou, like disgusting. Yeah, awful. Awful. It's corporate. It's $17 steak sandwiches. And it's rich kids who know
sad,
nothing about it.
sad.
Rich kids who were brought there in town cars.
Oh, that's sad.
And you watch A-Rod not care. Because
Yeah.
no matter what, he's going to be, you know, if he
Well, you're not
strikes
gonna
out
have to
every
worry-
time.
You're not gonna have to worry about that anymore.
Now, what do you think about that as a baseball fan? What do you think of this whole era with steroids and A-Rod? How do you sum it up?
How do you, the fact you said, how do you sum it up? Jeff, let's go to you. Because
Everyone turns to
there's
Jeff
been no
Garland.
press about this. Jeff, just put it in perspective so we can put this to bed.
Everyone turns to Jeff Garland.
Well, you're on terrestrial radio. Can I say the word dick?
Not in certain
Well, I'm
contexts.
referring to my friend Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my friend Richard, who we're speaking of.
Right.
Just, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Nothing more. Because I got to tell you, other guys who did it, not really like my friend Richard. But I mean, look, I wish that I remember guys when I played football in high school doing it.
Right.
Doing steroids and stuff.
And now were they like Richard?
No.
No, they were nice guys.
They were just regular guys trying to get ahead.
Exactly.
Trying to
So,
get a college thing, whatever.
Right.
And,
Regular guys with small balls.
And the sad thing is more of a guy like Barry Bonds, who
He's Richard. Oh, is he Richard?
no, but what
He's
I'm saying,
Richard
what's
with
sad
capital
about,
letters.
but what I'm saying is sad about that. Prior to doing it, you're looking at a guy who could have been probably one of the 5 best ball players of all time.
Without it, you're right.
Without it.
You're right.
And so he's frustrated by watching the idiot Sosa on my Cubs.
Yeah.
And McGuire doing this. He goes, well, I'm going to just outdo them.
I want that. The competitive guy's like, I'm going to be even better.
Yeah.
And then in one summer, he gains 40 pounds on his forehead, and we got to look the other way. And then he starts hitting. That 2002 postseason, man. I mean, Barry Bonds hit anything that was in 2 feet of home plate, 450.
But if I may say something,
Go right
plenty
ahead.
of guys, no pausing. Plenty of guys have juiced, taken, the hormones and all that stuff, and not done damage. That's why Barry.
You still got to be good, right? You got to hit the ball.
But,
I know.
but you're talking about Barry Bonds is the true example of
Right.
a great baseball. It's like almost as if only mediocre guys did it till this
Exactly.
point. And you'd say, what would a great player be like doing it?
And then it's Barry Bonds. Yeah.
That's exactly it.
That 2002 postseason is what it would be. That's a good point. It was like what it would be like if a great guy got better from artificial substances.
Yeah.
And he was like a Superman.
He was literally like a Superman.
Swatting home runs
Yes.
in the World
No,
Series.
he
that
was
were just-
ridiculous. Yes.
Now, what about Sosa? You don't like Sosa?
No.
No. As a Cub fan, even you don't like his.
I had some fun. He was fun, but ultimately he turned into an idiot. And then now when I see him and he's got like the Michael Jackson thing going, I don't know what's going. It's very confusing.
And he's like, what he became.
Because his skin is so,
Yeah.
his hair.
It's weird.
I don't know. It's a strange thing. And
Before you know it, we're going to find out he's doing propofol.
Well, he actually likes fudge. People don't know
Well,
that.
who doesn't?
Yeah.
But what you're saying is he was a right for a little while. Like Lee J. Cobb says about Brando and On the Waterfront. Listen, he was good for a couple of laughs, but this is business, right?
I love that movie.
You know that business? You know that movie?
I know it. Oh, my God.
Listen, kid, I'm a soft touch, too. Ask any run me down to the dock if I'm not good for a fin anytime he puts the arm on me.
Oh, look at you in your bikini.
I know.
And
Lee
by
J.
the way,
Cobb.
my friend
That was
lives in
very
Lee J.
disturbing.
Cobb's old house.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Lee J. Cobb.
It was
probably-
Lee J. Here's who owned it. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Lee J. Cobb built it.
Right.
And then when he passed on and whatever, Marty Feldman lived there.
Who's on the show tonight?
His ghost. Is that the guy's name?
Marty Friedman.
Marty Friedman. And then my friend Mark Flanagan, who owns Largo in L.A.
I know Largo.
Yeah.
That was very
Largo.
condescending the way you just said that.
What's that?
Well, because Largo's like supposed to be like a smart comics room, and you said, I don't know if you've ever been there. And
No,
of course I've been there.
yeah, the implication was not that.
No, you said, I don't know if you've
Are you
ever
that
been there.
insecure?
Yes.
Oh, don't be. I'm
said,
going to tell you
I
something
don't-
right
you-
now.
you haven't been to
Hey, I'm
Largo.
going to tell you something right now.
Go right ahead.
You are as funny as the day is long, my friend.
Really? Thank you very much.
You are. You're as great. That's why I'm here, because you're
What'd
great.
you say? I'm as funny as Shelley Long? Is that what you said?
By the way, you're funnier than Shelley Long. I've never told you that. But I want you to know
No one has ever told
you are funnier than Shelley Long.
Well, that coming from you, that's fantastic.
No, but it is true. You are a remarkable comedian, and you make me laugh.
Thank
you do.
you.
So there
Well,
you go.
I appreciate it.
Sure.
Well, how about a call for some work?
What? You don't be a sack of...
I know.
Okay.
You call me for Goldberg.
Wait, what happened to my thing? Just went. Am I still on the air?
Well, you were starting to insult
Okay.
me, and that's we have.
Yeah,
we have a mechanism.
it went somewhere. I don't know.
As soon as someone gets hostile towards me,
there
we have a.
All right, here we go. Listen,
Hey.
I called to have
You
you
did.
play my brother on the Goldbergs.
Right.
Yes, you couldn't do it.
Because I'm here doing this.
Right, but nonetheless, that
We
was
have
a call. That was an offer.
You're right. Now, from you personally, not
Yes.
even an audition. You said, "Come do this."
Yes, exactly.
Well, I got to stay here. Someone's got to
incredible.
entertain our audience. So my cousins have to listen to somebody every night. No, but is that still on the table?
No. No, somebody else played it.
Did Andy Dick gain 70 pounds?
No. But no, it's not on the table anymore. But something else.
How about something a curb?
A big bowl of a possibility.
I would love that. That would be a dream come true.
Yeah, I'm sorry to have lowered it with the Goldbergs.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
the Goldberg's very exciting.
it is very exciting. But the thing is, how many people actually do that? Like call and go,
Nobody.
I love you. You come do my thing.
On your caliber, nobody does that. I mean, I'm being very serious.
I like having a rep as being a guy who does that.
Well, good. Now I don't feel so special. Who else have you called?
Well, the thing is, for example, I'm just going to give you an example. This young lady, Jenna Feldman.
I know Jenna Feldman.
Do you know Jenna? Really?
No. I'm
She's
still
a comic.
still on Marty Feldman.
But anyhow, I hooked her up with my manager, who got her a job writing on Letterman, and she's now a producer on The Daily Show.
No, you're very generous.
And
we got to take a break. I want to talk to you about this too. I just saw you recently on another talk show. You were giving a young kid props. The kid who follows Conan.
Right.
You were very sweet to him.
Oh,
I think he's funny too.
He is funny.
The Artie Lange Show. The great Jeff Garland's here. Back after that.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.